More International Sports Center KASARANI Indoor Gymnasium for the third match of the Kenya Volleyball Federation Quarterfinals League Playoffs match between Kenya Ports Authority and Trailblazers. This is another tough match that you expect to see fireworks. Yesterday they played and Kenya Ports Authority won 3-0, and now this is the second match where Trailblazers have to redeem themselves. I welcome you to go with me through this game. Let us analyze and see what is happening. As is the third day of the match, we still have one more match to go for the day, and we expect both coaches to put up very strong lineups. Moses Apoloto on the side of Trailblazers and Jameson Tere on the side of KPA. KPA is also another team that have just arrived in the country from Libya, where they represented the country in the Africa Club Championship and finished in position 11. So we expect fireworks in this match. Trailblazers, a young and very enterprising team that is out to prove a point. KPA, well drilled, experienced outfit. But one thing I can assure our viewers is that this is a match that you have to sit and watch. Very interesting and very tough. Our referees for the day is Agnes Masalange, who is also an international referee, and Mr. Wafula from Kenya Army, who will be the second referee in this match. You can see the electrical justice being displayed there by the Trailblazers team. They are affordable at only 1,500 shillings. You get one for yourself, which you can be putting on to come and cheer the Blazers or any other team and become a Blazers family. We also have the exclusive t-shirts, designs for the coaches and those who want to wear polo t-shirts, which are retailing at 2,000 shillings, including a hoodie, which will protect you from the cold that you're experiencing at the moment. So make a point to talk to us through the number that's on your screen so that you get yourself one. Remember, this is the beginning of this set, this first set, with KPA leading 1-0, having won yesterday. Trailblazers are there to defend today's match. The service has started with Okello doing a powerful quick attack to make the first point for Blazers. What a set from the setter. Good service from Okello. And a mistake from Omolo there, having crossed the center line. So it's the point for the Kenyan Blazers. Another strong point from blocking from the Blazers team. Powerful block. That is massive from Omanya and the young boy at the right position. 3-0 the scores. Bad service, poor service from Okello, giving KPA their first point. Another strong point from blocking from the Blazers team. Powerful block. That is massive from Omanya and the young boy at the right position. Another point from Blazers, 4-1. They lead in the first set 4-1. They looked more psyched today. They have a lot of spirits because this is the only way for survival. They have to win this match. Service for Blazers. Good defense. Oh, sorry, net touch by someone there. Omanya touched the net. Giving an easy point to KPA. KPA serving. Nice decision from Mbappe. What a kill from Mbappe. Receiving and doing the kill. Outside hit. Powerful. Deep cross court. Point for Blazers. Blazers leading 5-2. How I wish this spirit goes on. The game has started with a lot of vigor, a lot of power, a lot of speed. Service, Mbappe, jump serve. Lost the service in the net. I don't expect us to lose many services the way we lose in the first match. Though it has already started. 8 points already played. First service lost. 5-3 is the score. Peter Kamara of KPA 7. Another service lost again by Peter Kamara. Though it's a hard jump service. Good, but he has to work on it so that he puts the services in. Trailblazers leading 6-3. Omanya serving. Off the block attack, opposite attack. Nice attack from the young boy. Nice massive block from KPA. Redeeming a solid point by themselves. Wanyama are going to serve. Net touch again, net fault again by the Blazers team. KP had already attacked the ball out, but too unfortunate, the blockers were on the net. Scores TVC 7, KPA 5. Service out by Wanyama. 3 services already lost in this set. 13 points played. Nice attack, opposite attack from Kamara to 1 KPA point. This is a very interesting match because this match involves a set of very good fans who come to cheer their team, with a very famous fan Nyakwar rooting up for KPA and Madheri from Naivasha all the way rooting up for Trailblazers. Nice deception. Off the block attack by Omolo. This is what we call experience. Very nice experience attack. Nice attack there from KPA. 8-9 the scores with the Blazers leading. KB have equalized. The scores now is tied at 9-9. KP are playing with very good defense. But this game has just started, so we expect a lot of fireworks as the game progresses. I've told you this is survival for Trailblazers, so we expect it to be tough. Off the block attack by Brian Amonde. Another point for Trailblazers, 10-10. It's proving to be a tough match. The scores. Brian Kamonde serving. He normally serves close court to position 5. Very fast, tough service to position 5. Another off the block attack. KP are now leading by 12 scores to 11. Can see Coach Moses telling his players to just cool down. What a hit there from Kamara. First court attack, very powerful. No way they could have blocked that ball. No way they could have blocked that ball. Point for KPA, and this calls for a timeout by Trailblazers. Coach Moses Opoloto talking to his charges. I think the secret here is very simple. Just post very tough services to destabilize the reception of KPA, and you'll be there. Because at the moment they are enjoying the reception, which means the services are a bit weak from Blazers. 13-11 is the score. KPA is leading. Brian Kamonde is still serving. He scored now 3 points as a server. Short service, well received. Nice combination attack from Ompanya. Good thinking by the setter. As all the blockers were preparing to go for Mbappe, he put up a quick attack there for Ompanya to kill. That is nice thinking from the setter. Mbappe serving for Blazers. 12-13 is the score. Poor service from Mbappe outside. Very weak service. That's what I was saying. I don't expect weak services to go out. Let it go out if it's a powerful serve. If it's a weak service going out, then that is something that we have to think about. Kamara, Peter serving. Tough jump service from KPA. Loss of service. This is the second service he's serving on the net. But that was a very tough, hard service. He had hit it very hard. Now going for the service, I think is Omanya for Trailblazers. Good defense from Mbappe, but you need to control that ball not to go away. That is where you form a total good defense. It's not about picking the ball, but controlling the ball. Wanyama for KPA. An air serve from Wanyama. The referee has said the service is in. So that's an A star from Wanyama. Good reaction there. Good positioning, KBA. Nice pick. Off the block attack. Oh. I can see chaos here. The coach of KPA is getting on the court. This deserves a warning. A coach should not step on the court. The referee is the decision maker. Yeah, the referee is going to make a decision here, calling the two captains. We normally say the referee's confusion is final, but this is more than confusion. Referee Agnes Masalange, international referee. Yeah, the referee has decided to give the point to KPA. So KPA Wanyama will continue the jump serve. Service out. Point for Blazers. Blazers was a team that was established a few years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. And one of the aim of developing the team was to develop players, develop talents, and build the players' future. And so far so good, because they've trained so many players who have gone to join other teams and are doing very well, which means the work that is being done at the Blazers team is commendable. And they have gone further to even start a TV that is bringing alive these league matches, and that is the Blazers TV. So it's something worth appreciating, and we want to thank them so much for the good things that they do as they continue to televise live our volleyball matches. 18-14, KPA leads. Nice attack. Nice straight line attack from the young man. Okay, the game is going on. Service for Blazers. Poor service from Blazers. Service out. Service mistakes are really costing our teams, because we give our opponents so many points, whereas they are supposed to work hard for their points. Nice fast tempo attack from Okello. Nice combination with the setter. Nice chip ball by Kamara. Very experienced off the block. This is just the first set, 2016 leading KPA. Remember, it's a best of 5 and a best of 3 series for you to qualify for the semi-final. Already 2 teams have already qualified. That is GSU and Prisons. So we are waiting for another 2 teams. Lucky Omolo. The ball had been blocked, but somehow it penetrated through. Coach Moses Boloto calling for a timeout to go and discuss with the players and tell them the way forward. Coach Jameson Terry there talking to his charges. Goes with a sip of water. The assistant coach for Ontario is George Sunguti. Sunguti is also a former international player. In fact, we played with him in the same national team those years. KPA probably knows the Blue Submarine since they are belonging to the port in Mombasa. That's why they call themselves the Blue Submarine. Omolo Savin. Nice jump serve, cool down by. What an attack by Omanya, but what a good block by Brian Kamonde. It was a fast tempo attack, attacked very well with very good speed by Omanya, but very good blocking from Kamonde. The referee has called again Omolo. There is confusion here. I don't know what's going on. They didn't make a decision as to where the ball is going. Okay, it has been out KPA, who now lead by 22-16. The margin is big and it's even growing bigger. Wow, what an attack from Kamara. Beautiful from position 2. Hard hit from position 2, a point. But I can see the captain and some players going to the referee to argue. I don't know what has happened, but anyway, the referee has made a decision. The ball remains with KPA leading now. Should be 23-16. Omolo service, jump service. Out, hit her out. Ball is for Trailblazers. The Trailblazers have to compose themselves and bring this one up. At the moment they're playing very low. They are playing well, but I think they have to boost on their spirits. We want to see them talking on the court so that they make this game more interesting. Musa making a point, not Musa, Wanyama making a point for KPA to go to set point. KPA leading at 24-16. Remember, KPA only a match away to qualify for the semi-final. For Blazers, they have to win this match to qualify for the semi-final. That is the end of the first set. KPA having won 25-17. It was a good fight from Blazers, but it was not to be. Let us wait for the second set. KPA only 2 sets away. Blazers need 3 sets to redeem themselves into these playoffs. Remember, these are the quarterfinals, the third quarterfinals of the day. KPA having won yesterday. As you see on the screen, we have our replica t-shirts that are retailing for 2,000 shillings. And the other ones are retailing for 1,500. Kindly send us a message. Order yours now on the line that is on your screen so that you may get a t-shirt. You might wear it tomorrow when coming to cheer Blazers or any other time when watching volleyball. We will take a small break and then we'll resume with the second set. The second set, remember this, David Papalungao, giving you live commentaries from KASARANI, where we are having this match, KP against Trailblazers, in the quarterfinals of the League Playoffs 2025. Second set is starting with the Trailblazers serving the ball. Nice serve there, deep into the court. First time kill by Omolo, outside hit, blocking, block out. Lilo Bosire serving for KP. Nice receiver by Mutua. Nice attack also by Mutua, making a point for Blazers. Sometimes when you watch Blazers play, you see these technical abilities that they possess, despite the fact that most of them will have less experience, but the technical abilities are very good. I believe with the time, they are going to change the way volleyball is played in Kenya, because most teams admire the way they are training, very correct training. Same to KPA, they have very good technical skills, but the level of experience is too high because they've been there for a long time, participated in international events for a long time. They know how to do, what to do, when to do. Blazers serving with Mutua, shed number 18. Sometimes a strong left player, sometimes a libero. Wow. Good defense, nice set by the libero. Good blocking by Brian Kamonde there. Massive, massive block. Yeah, the block was surely by Omolo, not even Brian Kamonde. Omolo is the one who blocked that ball. Service by Omolo. Poor service of the net. Why do we keep on serving balls on the net? Because we are making so many errors with serving balls on the net. This level, not acceptable. We have to think about it. Kamara with powerful hits. Kamara has not been very active in the running of the league because he had a shoulder injury, but he just came off it when the team was traveling to Libya. And now he's getting back to his form. This is great, coming from injury and performing very well. Thanks, Enzo. Enzo, thanks from Morocco. I'm getting you. We are trying. It's the first time we are doing it, but we are trying. That was not a very good attack from Omanya. The referee is yet to make the decision. Masalange, if it was off the block or out. KP are ready to serve. Finally, the referee decides the ball is for KPA. 4-3, KPA leading. Massive block by Anyama there on the young player from Trailblazers, who was trying to attack the ball from the opposite position 2. But there was a massive block there placed by Wanyama. Brian Kamonde still serving. Also, the international player plays as a middle blocker for the national team. What a hit by Wanyama. This short man who jumps very high and plays for KPA, formerly Kenya Army player. Very powerful attack along the line. You can see Coach Ontere smiling there because his charges are doing well. But the game is entertaining and very tough. Very good techniques application. Poor service from Brian Kamonde. I'll insist, but we have our top players, senior players, who are doing very many mistakes with their services. How do you expect the team to win a point when you lose so many services? Creating points for your opponents always. Anyway, game continues. Good service from Trailblazers. Nice defense. Good attack from Mambua, attacking a pipe there. Not his usual attack, but anyway, he's made a point. Nice reaction by Ribeiro, but then the control is poor. I said we have very good reaction, but it's not about only picking the ball. It's also about controlling the ball. Where do you take the ball after picking the ball? Because you pick the ball well, but you throw it out. It becomes a waste. So the mistake still lies with you. Service out from Kamara. Points are 6-7. KPS 7, Trailblazers 6. Mbappe losing another jump service, another service. How I wish I'll get these statistics early so that I try to discuss how many services we are losing and why. Because for me, there are too many services. In both matches that I've commentated, the previous match and this one, so many services are lost. Very good defense, very good reaction, but at the end of the day, the ball is still wasted. But I like the way they are reacting to balls. If I compare with the previous match, they are reacting very well to balls. Wanyama still serving. Service out again. Service out again. I think both teams and the previous match, the coaches are doing their statistics and looking at the mistakes the teams are doing. Because when we go to the semi-finals in Mombasa, in a short while, we don't expect to see the same repeated. We want to see pure volleyball, where people enjoy volleyball, tough services, making points, not losing services. At the rate at which we are losing services is more than the points that we are making when you look at the match in a broader way. Very easy attack from our opposite young player. Very easy for Molo to block. Point for KPA. 11-7 are the scores. Another service lost. Are they listening to me? Because they are losing so many services. So many services. I don't mind somebody losing a service when the service is tough. But when the service looks very weak and you lose it, then what was your intention? That's what we'll be talking about. What is your intention? Oh my God. Kamara for the kill. The ball has been touched, so it's the point for KPA. Blazers need to wake up a bit. They're not doing badly, but they need to wake up. Good reaction there. Chance ball for KPA. Wanyama with the pipe and kiss the ball. Another point for KPA. It's about speed. It's about speed and reaction. KPA reacts very fast and their attacks are very quick. Oh, we're having an injury there. One of the players is lying down. I can see the team of physiotherapists attending to the player. Who might that be? He was reacting to a ball. Thanks God, the boy has woken up. He's feeling fine and ready to continue with the game. It's very good when we have qualified physiotherapists who can attend to injuries immediately they happen, so that we also maintain our players' fitness every other time. Nice pick by the libero, good chance ball. Good defense, KPA. Oh, forming the box very well, but unfortunately touching the net. Sorry for Okello, point gone. You have to focus on what's going to come next. Timeout has been called to try and plan for the next course of action. Okay, good service from KPN, nice reception. Wambua, nice attack, block out, point for Blazers. Wambua is one of the most experienced players in the Blazers. He has been there for quite some time. A substitution being done by Blazers, where Mbappe has gone out for Edgar to come in. Another one from who was recruited from Kakamega prisons or Western prisons. Good service by Wambua, both very simple. What a kill, what a fast attack from Brian Kamondo. I told you, when you serve a simple service and you have very powerful and fast attackers, expect what you see. Once you jump for a jump service, hit it very hard so that you also distort the attacking options of your opponents. Same problem with Omolo, another service lost. Big player, big time player, serving very simple and losing the service. Service for Trailblazers. 15-10 are the scores. KPA leading. Nice attack from Wanyama. It has been touched, and the point is for KPA. It's not time to lose hope. They can still fight and come up, because this is just the second set. Brian serving. Nice decision from Wambua. Oh, good off the block attack. Continue to subscribe to this YouTube channel, Blazers TV. Support us, give your comments, like us. And this is Papa Lungao commentating today. I can see many people asking if it's my voice. It's my voice, you're very right. Oh, another service has been lost again. I think if I come back to coaching today, I'm really going to punish some of these players. They are really wasting their services. Weak services should not be lost. Weak services should go over the net. Tough services can have a chance of losing because you're aiming for a point. But for a weak service, for me, not acceptable. But I'm retired. I'm getting older. I'm leaving the young coaches to come up. So mine is just to advise. But I feel pain when you keep on losing all the services. Then where are we going to get our points from? This libero for KPA is known as Muiruri. If I can give you a story, he's a player that was a friend to his father, and he's a player that I've carried on my shoulders when he was a baby. Because we are friends with the father. I've seen him grow to become also a very senior player and a libero for a very top team. Muiruri from KPA. Good service. Edgar, powerful attack, but a good blocking from KPA. Another repeat attack. Nice point for Edgar. He attacked the ball over the blockers. He's a very good jumper. He jumps very high, very powerful, still growing up, and I believe it's just a matter of time before he plays in in our national team also. That's a nice attack from KPA there. I don't know why I've been referring to Mutua as Wambua. I think I have so many friends who are Wambuas, but he's Mutua. He's also my friend Mutua, who is playing for Trailblazers wearing jersey number 18. So if I make the mistake, please don't complain much. I'm being carried away by the match. Coach Moses Palot was reading a message maybe from their technical team telling him what to do next. This is also advancement in the Kenyan League. Though we have gadgets that you can use for that, but for the time being, let us use the phones. They also do, they are doing good also. It's a way of communicating. Because the most important thing is the communication between your technical team and the coach. How the message comes, even if it's by shouting, doesn't matter. Timeout. I believe KP has called for, Trailblazers has called for the timeout to get more advice from their coaches, Oselu Otieno and Cialo there, another professional player who's playing out of the country, but is back home and trying to give advice to his team, that is Trailblazers. I want to ask myself one question. I can see the technical bench of KPA wearing caps. Is it allowed? Having caps on the bench? And if so, if it's allowed, I think they should be uniform. I think they should be uniform, but I'm not sure if it's allowed, wearing caps on the bench. But anyway, that's a debate for another day. 2013 is the score, KPA leading. Remember, this is the second set of the second match against for these two teams. KPA needs this team to call it off, while Blazers needs to win this team so that they can play again tomorrow, the third match. The fighting is good, but not good enough because the difference in scores is huge, which means KPA for now are on top of things. But Blazers can come up. They need to step up. They still have options. Nice service, nice service. Oh, very unlucky because it was a poor reception, but they managed out of system to attack the ball and make a point. Brian Kamonde, that is experience. Lilo serving the ball, straight line. Edgar receiving, not very good. Mutua blocked. No fighting spirit. Reaction again. I come back to what mistakes that we were making in the other previous match. Reaction to balls. You should not let the ball die before it dies. Fight for the ball always. The ball is always there to be kept flying. Sometimes our players lose hope very easily because they don't want to put that extra effort. Put that extra effort and leave the rest to God. Substitution for both teams. Substitution for both teams. With Oselu coming in for Lilo, the young setter for KPA, joined the KPA recently from Trailblazers. (15-22), KPA leading. Simple jump service from Mutua, and good defense from him again. Nice pipe, but very weak. Oh, that setter was not quite good. Net touch. That's another unforced error that you're making so many times, touching the nets. Touching the nets. We need to train our players on how they can avoid touching the nets. Match point 23-15. Loss of service. Who again? Omolo. Senior player, national team player. About 3 or 4 mistakes in jump service. Trailblazers serving 16-23. Nice reception. What a combination. Very nice combination. Omolo received very well. The setter gave him a pipe. The blockers went with the quick attacker. Omolo was free at the center. Hit the ball very hard. Point for KPA. They are at set point now, 24-16. They're looking for this second set. Substitution for KPA again. Massive block from Kamara. That makes the end of the second set. KPA leading now 2-0, and Blazers have to step up to redeem themselves and put them in the game. Now they have to win this third set so as to enhance their chances of qualifying for the semi-final. We'll take a short break and resume when the third set starts. Welcome to the third set. We expect more fireworks in this set. KPA just needing this one set to call off the game, while Blazers require this set so that to advance their chances of qualifying for the semi-finals. Remember, yesterday they lost. If they lose today, it's all over for them. But they gave a very good run in the running of the league this year. Won very matches to qualify for the playoffs. And any other team that qualifies for the playoffs, kudos to them. So let's see. Let's wait and see what happens. The referee is still having discussions with the second referee and the captain of KPA. I don't know what has transpired. I think something's not right before the start of this set. I can see players going around the referee asking what's happening. Maybe there's a problem with the R5 because it's just the beginning of the set. That's the only problem that can appear. But anyway, we're good to go. KPA doing the first serve. Lilo, Bosire, Elijah doing the first serve. Oh, that's not a good way to start a match. Attacking the ball way, way, way out of the court. That's not the best way to start. Yeah, that's the second point. Second point for Blazers. Tied at 1-1. Nice reaction by Omolo there. Good defense, but no reaction. After what a good defense by Okello, but nobody reacted. The set was too far. The front player Musa would have reacted and saved that ball. But all in all, good play by Okello, good play by Omolo, very good reaction. Service for Omolo. KP leading 2-1. Yeah, Musa coming in with power, speed, making a point, passing the ball through the blocks of Wanyama. You look at these faces and you see passion for the game. You see passion. People want to achieve. People want to win. With time, they are going to win. Both teams, they are very happy playing, making the playoffs. Another loss of service from Musa. Just came in. First service in this match. Loses the service. I think we should be calling for a meeting for all the players and coaches and talk to them about losing of very many services. Because if you lose like 8 services in a set, it means you have given your opponent 8 points and having his chances of beating you in that set. We should be a bit more careful with our services. Omanya attacks out. First tempo attack. Poor service from Brian Kamonde again. I can't be talking of service only. I wish I was down there on the court. Slap some of these players. They're losing so many services. What goes on in a player's mind when you see you're losing a service every now and then? What goes on in your mind? As I say, to me, if you lose a service while trying to serve a tough service, I have no issue. But a simple service that anybody can receive and you end up losing it, then you don't have the focus to serve. Nice tip from Kamara. That was a poor set by Elijah Bosire, but somehow the blockers touched the ball and still the point remains with KPA. They are leading now 5-3, 6-3. Nice service by Kamara. Good play by Wanyama, good play. The ball was almost as good as dead, but he fought out of the antenna, blow the ball in, fell out of the court, and they underpoint. That is determination. That is the spirit of volleyball. Keep the ball flying. What a mistake, what a mistake. Above the net, all alone, hitting the ball hard out. The court was spread out. The defenders were spread apart. Just placed the ball in the middle of the court, and nobody were attempting even to pick the ball. Substitution for Trailblazers. ZL is coming in. Change of setter means change of tactic. Loss of service, Kamara. Another poor attack from KPA. Good point for Blazers. Those who are following us, continue to follow us, like us, set your comment. Thanks to all those who have followed us on all the matches since this morning. John O'Sheiks all the way from Seychelles. Ram from Ruiru. Judy from Ruiru Chesi. Can see your comments. And of course Enzo, who is a technical person at CAVB in Morocco. 8-5 KPA leading and KPA serving. Oh, nice play by ZL, but unfortunately it was too long and went out of the court because he had outplaced the KPA defenders completely, but the tip went out. Another service has been lost again by Wanyama. Remember, we have another match after this one, the last match of the day. That should be Equity versus KDF, or KDF versus Equity. A match that can go either way. Poor attack again from Kamara. Not Kamara, it attacks out. And the scores now is at 7 for Blazers and 10 for KPA. Easy point for KPA there. They are playing like they are enjoying themselves, which is a very dangerous thing to do because once Blazers wake up, it will be very difficult for them to come through again. KPA is a team that finished, I think, number 3 in the running of the league, behind Prisons and GSU, and KDF was number 4. KPA is a team that is based in Mombasa. It's being sponsored by Kenya Ports Authority, which is the biggest port that we have in Kenya. They sponsor the volleyball team. Very many years ago, they had 2 teams for men and women, but nowadays they have only 1 team for men. Nice hit from Kamara. Back attack from position 2. Nice hit. Very hard with a lot of speed and power. Off the block by Omolo. Oh, no. I believe he should have made that ball easier. Why he chose to go with his foot, I don't know. Because he just got the ball. He should have used his hands for an underarm pass. He decided to kick the ball and then wasted it. Anyway, these things happen in our games. Nice fighting. Nice point for Okello. Nice point for Eugene Okello there for Blazers. It was a ball that was played for like 30 seconds, not knowing which ball is going where. Okello service. Musa doing what he does best. Off the block attack, touch out. That is a little bit of experience that he has, because not very many players can decide to do what Musa has just done. Good hit from Kamara. Service out by Omolo. Kenya Post Authority is one team that travels with a lot of fans from Mombasa to come and cheer up the team. I remember when they were in Liba, I saw them a huge fan base. People who travel all the way from Kenya with the team to go and cheer up the team. This is very good in promoting our sport. But not all teams can do that, because it's a very expensive venture to do. But KPA have decided to do it, which is very good for volleyball. Remember, the semi-finals, they're the ones who will be hosting in Mombasa. And the weather that's in Mombasa now, I believe, is very hot. But the 4 teams that will travel down, we'll wish them well. Trailblazers serving. Wanyama off the block. Points difference still remains at 4 points. Brian Kamon is serving, and as I told you, he normally serves the ball cross court diagonal to position 5. Musa back attack. He attacks out, gives KP another advantage, and Coach Moses Apoloto calls for a timeout, just to go and try and give a little advice to the players to see if we can change the game, because time is running out for them. The scores, the difference is now 5 points. Very interesting young players. Can see Adir there, a player that I coached in schools. In fact, I'm the one who took him from basketball. He was playing basketball. I encouraged him to come and play volleyball. Now he's playing big-time volleyball with Trailblazers. One of the rare products of players in Kenya who comes from the end north of Kenya to Rukana, and doing very well. Remember to subscribe and also buy replica jerseys by Trailblazers at 2,000 for the polo t-shirts and 1,000 for the team t-shirts. 1,500. Nice attack by Edgar off the block. KPA could not retrieve the ball. It was too far, too wide. Thanks, Washu. I can get your message from Seychelles. Yeah, it's us doing the commentary. And this is another match, quarter-final match. We still have one more match. Asante sana. And say hi to Akina John and everybody in Seychelles. It's me, Papa Live. Yeah, those are nice comments from Washu. He's watching from Seychelles. And she's telling me she's enjoying every bit of it. Oselu serving. Poor service from Oselu. On the net. Weak service on the net. What are these players thinking? I wish I was down there. What are they thinking by losing so many services? Huh? This is not something very good for the growth of volleyball. We need to see men volleyball doing jump service, hard jump services, and over the net. We are still doing jump floaters, and we are losing. Something is amiss somewhere. We have to get to that point whereby in a team you get 4 players who can do jump service very well. Thanks, Washu. Omolo's having 19-14 is the score, KPA leading. Nice attack from Edgar. Yeah, Soso, say hi to Soso. Good service there. Nice deception. Oh my God, my goodness. Powerful attack. Powerful attack from the opposite player, KPA. Musa tried to defend it, but it was too hard for him. And they have gone and said hi to each other because Musa defended the ball using the head. I don't know if it was meant to be that way or it was an accident. But anyway, he picked the ball with the head, but it was very unfortunate the ball went out. (2015). Nice attack from Mutua. Nice line attack from Mutua from position 2. But they need to talk more on the court. They are so quiet. They need to motivate themselves. Don't wait for the fans to motivate you. It starts by you. What again? I think I'm tired of talking about the same thing all through the 2 matches. And another one. Oh my God. Is it that we don't value the services or we just don't know what you're doing? Nice set. Good. It was a nice block, but unfortunately the ball went through. The ball went through. It's 23 for KPA. 22 for KPA, 17 for Blazers. 5 points difference has been maintained for the longest time. Another wasted service from KPA. Coach Moses Eboloto has decided to sit down. Is this a sign of losing hope or what? He has not sat for the entire of the game, but he has decided to take a seat. Good service there. Chance ball picked very well. The final product, good point for Mutua. Pipe for Mutua and is a point. (19-22). Not bad for a set. They work more hard, they recover the 3 points. For fans, I told you, they want to watch this match go on. They don't want it to end. Wanyama has hit the ball out again. 20 points. 20 points for Blazers. I think if Blazers get another point, then you see Coach Jemo asking for a timeout. On the flip side, because Moses has decided to sit down and see the proceedings. Oh no. Why kill the fighting spirit again? Musa served out again. Center court service and outside. Technique about serving. We need to train our players on the techniques and qualities of serving. Another block from Wanyama. Now a set point for KPA, 24-20. This might be the last set, the last point for this set and the match. Hopefully, we are waiting for see what Blazers can do because they are doing 24-20. End of the game is the end of the road for Trailblazers. KPA winning the match 3-0 and advancing to the semi-finals, which will be held in Mombasa. It was a nice fight, not good for Trailblazers. They wanted to win, but it was not to be. I think they're going to give a fight next season, because for them this season is now down and dusted. For KPA, congratulations and wishing him all the best going forward. We hope to be with you in the other match also, that is the last match between Equity and KDF, and also the matches that are going to come in the semi-finals. For those who have put their comments, subscribed and followed us, thank you so much. Continue being with us and make Blazers TV the channel to watch. Thank you so much. Let's meet in the next match.